Hello everyone. Today I want to explain on how to build the image and push the Docker image to Docker Hub. In the previous episode, we have learned on how to build ECS cluster. So when we build the ECS cluster, it will also create EC2 instance as a host for your container, but currently there is no container running yet. So I have explained also that we will create the container for this Docker sample voting app. So this app is actually built by Docker themselves, and we can see the source code here in the Git, and we can see also the architecture here. Maybe let me duplicate. So there are few components here. There are 5 components. The first one is the voting app. So this is to cast our vote, and after we select the vote, basically the vote is, there are 2 options, is cat and dog. So which one that you choose, and after we vote, it will be pushed to Redis, and Redis will catch our vote, and Redis will also send to the backend worker based on .NET. After that, the worker will send to the DB. The DB is using Postgres, and from the DB it will be sent to the result app, so we can access also this page to see the result if people is choosing cat or dog. It's based on the Node.js. All this we can see the code in the GitHub, but for Redis and DB, this is existing technology, and we can find the image in the Docker Hub. So you might also need to create your own account in Docker Hub, so later we can create the image and create our repository here. Let's say if we find for Redis, if we look for Redis, right, search for Redis, we will find it. So this is official image, so the Redis is already exists. Another one is Postgres. Yeah, Postgres also is already here. Actually, there are some people also that already create the image for this, but we will learn how to create from scratch. So voting app, worker, and result app is the custom code. So we need to build from the Docker file and build the image for each of these components, the custom component. We can see the code here. So the first one, voting app, you can find the source code here under folder. You can also find the Docker file here. So basically this container will use this base image, and then there are some command for health check, the working directory we also specify in Docker file. There are some requirement to be installed. It is taken from requirements.txt file. This is to copy the code to /app folder, and this vote app is exposing port 80, so later we need to map to port 80. Yeah, this basically for the Docker file of the voting app. We can see also the source code here, app.py, and this is based on Python. There are 2 methods here, post and get. So if we post, it actually will get the Redis. It will be sent to Redis. The vote will be sent to Redis. Yeah, connecting to the host Redis. Okay, this is for the voting app, and for the worker, we can see from this folder the source code. You can see the Docker file here. So what base image it is using, the source code, and there's some command to run, and so on. Yeah, you can find it here. If you want to see the source code, it is from this src folder, and yeah, this is the source code. Basically it has dependency to Redis and also to DB. Yeah, you can check all the code here. There are some method to if the foot is updated and so on, and connect to Redis and so on. Okay, this is for the worker container. The last one is the result app. So we can see the result app, the source code from here, result folder. We can see the Docker file here. Yeah, similar. This is the base image and all the other command like the health check and the worker directory and so on. It's also exposing port 80. The source code is from the server.js. Sorry, it's here, server.js. So basically it is getting the result from database. So we can see this is get the foot, and it is connecting to the database, yeah, to the PostgreSDB. Okay, so you can find all the source code here from the GitHub. So when we run the container, actually we run from the image. That's why we need to build, for this episode, we need to build first from all this Docker file and all the source code. We will build the image for voting app, worker, and the result app. But before that, let me explain some of the concept. We change the pointer option. Okay, so when we build the Docker file and we run the Docker build for this Docker file, it will create the Docker image, and using the command docker push, it will push the image to Docker Hub. Okay. Next is the Docker run. So when we run the Docker run command, it will check first if the image is exists in our local or not. So if the image is exists in our local, it will create the container based on this image. But if the image not yet exists in our local, what it will do is it will pull from Docker Hub and save to our local, and then create the container based on that image. Here are some basic commands for Docker. We won't need all this actually, but like for example this Docker run, we will not running using this manual command, but when we run a container, we will create it from the ECS service. So the ECS service is using task definition and will create the container for us. So unless we not manage the container using ECS, then we will need this manual command. But I'm gonna explain this to you anyway, so that we all understand the basic of Docker. But later on we will manage the container, and some of the command will trigger based on ECS, will trigger from the ECS. Okay, so for Docker build, this one is to build the Docker image from Docker file. Docker images is to list the Docker images from our local. Docker push is to push the Docker image to Docker Hub. Docker pull to pull the Docker image. But this one without running. If we run Docker run, it's running the image, but if the image not yet exists in our local, it will pull first. Docker ps is to check the running Docker container. Docker ps-a is to check all the Docker container, including the stop one. Docker inspect to check all the detailed information about Docker container. Docker stop is to stop the container. RM is to delete the Docker container, and RMI is to delete the Docker image. Okay, so previously in the previous episode, we already create our cluster, right? So this is our cluster. We don't have any service, any running tasks yet, but we have one EC2 instance here. If we click this and we go to ECS instance, we can see our EC2. Let's connect to our EC2 instance. I'm logging using EC2 user. Okay, so if we run command docker ps, then we will see the running process. We have one running process by default because we are using ECS image, and by default it has this ECS agent. This is actually to register the EC2 to the ECS cluster. If we check the images, it also has some default images from the AMI, ECS agent images, and ECS post image. Okay, so let's try to run something. Again, I have explained earlier that we will never use this docker run command if we are using ECS, because the container will be run by the service. But this one is just to explain some of the basic concept of Docker, so we understand also the basic concept of Docker. Let's say if we want to run something, let's try check Apache, let's say HTTPD. So for Apache server, we can find also the command here, docker pull, but we actually can also run directly. If we use this command docker run, even though we don't have any images from our local, what happens is it will pull first from Docker Hub and it will run. Okay, let's try run it. Okay, you can see that we can't find the command after we run it. The Docker cannot find the image locally, so what it does, it will pull first from Docker Hub. It is downloading the latest. If we don't specify the tag, it will always download the latest revision, the latest version from Docker Hub. Okay, so if we want to run on the background, actually we should run using, I will stop first. Let's see now docker ps. Okay, it's not yet running. So if we want to run, we might need to add run sd to run it in the background. Sd is for daemon, and then httpd. Yeah, so now I think it's already up. Yeah, so this is the process for httpd just running. If we check also docker images, now we can see that it has new image in our local, because the docker run will pull first the image. Okay, and then if we want to check the container, again I will run the docker ps again. If we want to inspect this container, we can use command docker inspect and put the container ID. Then we can see all the detail about this container. Yeah, the host config, and then all the detail, actually the environment variable, the network details, and so on. So that is the docker inspect. Let me run again docker ps. If we want to stop this process, we can use the command docker stop and then put the container ID. We can also just put the container ID something like this, just X3B, because it is actually unique. So if we check again the process, now it is already gone for HTTPD. But if we use the docker ps-a, we still can see, yeah, because it also lists ps-a is listing all the stop one. So there are two process here, because if you remember just now we ran two times, one in the background and one directly. Okay, if we want to remove this stop one, we can use docker rm and then remove this container. So if we run again command docker ps-a, even the stop one we have removed using this command docker rm. If we want to remove the images, we still have the images here, right? We can use the command docker rmi httpd. So if we run again docker images, it is gone now. We already clean both the container and the images. So those are the some basic command for Docker. Let's say if you want to run some other thing, we can you can find anything actually from this Docker Hub. Let's say if you want to try running sample website, actually, but somehow for not official, sometimes it's not really running well, but you can play around with this. You can find a lot of things. So earlier I try also this one, some sample website. Actually we can try this. We can get the command here. This is to pull first if we don't want to run. Okay, when we run for non-official, we might need to also add this namespace, the repository name, and then the image name. Yeah, if it is official, we can just run like docker pull httpd because it is official. But for non-official, you need this repository name. Let's say we want to try this image. Let's pull first, and there are some also description here. What is this about, and how to start the server? Also, they normally put the command here, so we can copy the command here to start the server. It is using port 3000, and if we go to our ECS instance, do remember that we need to also whitelist our security group, because currently it's only whitelisting allowing the inbound rule port 80 and 22 for SSH. So we might need to edit our inbound rule, because later we might need to run this port 3000. We can add the rule. I think for now I can just run all port from all IP. Of course, this is not advisable for your environment or for your production environment. You might need to restrict, like only allow for, if it is your internal application, you need to allow only for your IP, but allowing all the port is also not secure. So you might only allow some specific port, like custom TCP. But for this case, I'm just allow all. Okay, just now we are pulling, so it's already pulled. And to run, we can copy this command. Yeah, and then let's run it. Okay, now it's already done. Let's check using docker ps. So the container is already running with the port mapping 3000 to 3000. So we can open this port. We can try get our IP first, our EC2. So this is our instance for ECS. Let's get the IP here. So you can also, I think, find here the container instance. This is the same IP 13 and then ended with 86. It's actually this one. So yeah, you can get the IP from ECS cluster or from the EC2 dashboard. It's the same thing. So let's try access port 3000. Okay, so this is the sample website based on this image. I think it's quite good and quite, you can also go to resource. So all this website is actually now running in your local, running in your VM. It's like your own website now. You can modify and you can get, I think, the source code here. There are some training also, like if you want to learn CSS, Vue.
Over the last 10 years, your web
here.
pages have become
Pretty
more
good
dynamic
website.
and powerful thanks to JavaScript.
So yeah, you can play around and you can find any images from this Docker Hub and you can run on your own server. Okay, if we want to clean up this, again, just another command is we need to stop first. Stop this container. Okay, if we stop, I already closed just now the browser, but it will also stop the website. And let's also delete this container using docker rm and then this container ID. So just now we stop the container. After stop, now let's delete the container. Okay, and let's also clean up the image. So this is the image using docker rmi image ID. Okay, now deleted. If we want to check again, docker images, now only left back to the default image ECS agent and ECS post. Okay, those all the basic docker command. Now back to our agenda. What we will do today for our voting app, we want to build the image for all these three component, yeah, for all these three container later on. Okay, here are the steps. So I will put this in the description. First, we need to install our Git in our VM. Let's check also the destination here, our folder present working directory. Okay, so you might want to maybe create also your own folder first. Vote app, let's say. So this is your folder that you just created, and first we need to install Git. You can check also if you already have Git in your VM or not. With the git dash version is not found, so meaning the Git is not installed. To install, you can use this command sudo yum install git. Okay, is install it Git. If we check again the version now, we should get something. Okay, it's version 2.32.0. So the Git is already installed in our EC2 instance. Okay, now let's clone the voting app. So this is the link for voting app, the Git link. Let's clone and let's go inside our vote app folder and then clone it here. Okay, if we list, so we get this clone in our VM, yeah, in our EC2 instance. All the code is here. Okay, next step, we need to go to each of the folder, voting app, worker, result app, and run the build command. Yeah, when we build, we also need to mention our repository from Docker Hub. So this is my repository name. So I don't have anything. So this is my repository name, Ivan Jeremiah. So we need to build, and we will push under this repository. Let's go to the voting app folder first, where the Docker file located. Okay, it's under the vote folder. So our Docker file is here. Then in this folder, we need to run this command. Docker build. Dot is the location of the Docker file. It is inside that folder, and using this the tag. If we don't put any tag, it will be pushed as a lattice. Yeah, so you can also put the tag here, but for this sample, I'll just use the lattice tag. So I don't specify anything. It will create the lattice tag for us. Okay, let's build. Okay, there's some warning, but I think it's fine. So if we check again Docker images, we can see that in our local, it is already created, and later we need to run the Docker push command to push this image from our local to Docker Hub. Later ECS will capture the image from Docker Hub actually. So okay, so Docker build is to build the Docker image in our local, and Docker push later to push to Docker Hub. Okay, we have built the first custom component, which is the voting app container, and then let's go up and let's build the worker container, the worker image now. Okay, and the Docker file is here, so we will use the same command, Docker build, only now the image name is worker. So this is actually downloading all the base file and also running all the dependency. All the dependency is defined in our Docker file. Okay, it may take some time. So the step is 7/10. Now it's already finished. If we check again using Docker images, now we can see also the image for worker. Okay, another one is for the result. Let's go up, and the result is under this folder. Let's cd to that folder, and we can find also Docker file here. So let's run again the Docker build command for this result app. Okay, it is still running. Let's wait for a while. Okay, almost complete. Now it's done. So if we check again the image, we can see also the result app. So now we want to push these images to Docker Hub. First, we need to log in to Docker using this command, docker login, and it is asking for our username. This is my username and the password. Okay, now login succeed. Now after login, we need to run this docker push command. For the first one is for the voting app. Okay, so this command is actually pushing from our EC2 instance, from our server where we built our image, and then it is pushing to Docker Hub. Okay, it's done. If we see the repository in our Docker Hub, then yeah, we can see our image is here. Just a few seconds ago it is pushed, and the tag is latest. We don't specify any tag, so by default it is creating the latest tag. Okay, let's build for the other one. Okay, let's build for the worker. Sorry, let's push the worker image. Okay, I think this one almost done. Let's wait for a while. Okay, it's done. And let's refresh again our repository in Docker Hub. Then we should see the worker. Okay, this is the one that we just pushed. Okay, the last one. Let's push our result app image. Okay, it's done. Again, let's check to our repositories, refresh our repositories, and this is the one that we just pushed from our EC2 instance. We push the image to Docker Hub. Okay, that's all for this episode. We have learned just now all the process on this Docker build, so I think we understand more now after we practice it. So we build the Docker file and we make an image based on that and push to Docker Hub. And just now also we practice a bit the Docker command. If we run Docker run command, it will check first is the image exists or not in our local. If exists, it will create the Docker container based on this image. If not exists, it will pull first from Docker Hub. We have also learned some of the basic command, and we have tested some of this earlier. Okay, and now all the images is ready. So later we will build all these containers in ECS. Redis and DB is already exists in Docker Hub as official image, and the other three we have just build it and push it to Docker Hub. Okay, in the next episode we will setting up our ECS to run all this container. Okay, see you in the next video. If this video is helpful for you, please help to like and subscribe this channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. God bless you.